Last week, we caught up with Fusion Capital, being recognized and awarded for their mark of ethics. Let's hear more.
Fusion Capital is a private equity firm that's heavily focused on real estate and fund management, headquartered in Kenya, but with operations in Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya, of course, and with offices in Tanzania. We mainly raise our funds from Europe and invest them in high-yielding instruments in East Africa. Today was a very exciting day. Fusion Capital has been awarded by ELNET, which is the Ethical Leadership Network in Kenya. And what this means is that we've been given a mark of approval as a company that runs based on high values and that's committed to integrity and ethical practices in our day-to-day running of the business. If you've observed lately, part of the biggest scandals in this country have rotated around land, either land that has been grabbed or land that has been overpaid for, or property or real estate companies establishing SPVs that sell land that is non-existent. And I think for us, we place ethics and integrity ahead of our operations, so that anything that we do as a company, ethics have to play a critical role in delivery of our services to our customers across East Africa. Real estate is at an exciting period at the moment, and I think Fusion Capital is moving more towards demand-driven development, where we're looking at build-to-suit models. And I think you will observe a lot of the new projects that we'll be launching are demand-driven, and that's to try and play an ethical role even in delivery. So one of the problems, for example, that has been cited around some of the areas in Nairobi is an oversupply. And I think being ethical then means you have to look at your strategy and answer the question, how can you then help in resolving that problem? The easiest thing is to go up and keep putting up buildings and create a problem within the industry. But I think being ethical is doing the hard work of either pre-leasing or pre-letting these developments and then putting them up. But also we believe as a company, track record is very critical. And so we've not tried to be all things to all men because we have to satisfy our investors and the requirements of our investors. And one of the ways of satisfying them is showing a track record. And in real estate, track record is shown through exits. And so over the last few, I think just recently, you've noted that Fusion is seriously focusing on exiting some of the already existing developments as we commit to new development. And I think that's partly being ethical, so that you're not just going to the market and raising new funds, and yet your investors are stuck waiting for a return, or where you continually extend their repayment period. I think we are committed to certain standards and will want to do the real estate business properly. We are members of the Kenya Property Developers Association, and the Kenya Property Developers Association is playing a very critical role in ensuring, in one, advising government, but also in ensuring that affordable housing is available to the common mwananchi. And I think what we brought into this is our expertise. And I think what we've been saying to the government, you have to avail affordable land, you have to avail infrastructure. And the beauty of things like infrastructure is that it has the ability of converting grade C locations into grade A locations. And that way, then demand becomes almost automatic. So I think we are playing the technical role of advising, and that's one, partly giving back to society, but also when we prove that the affordable housing can be delivered commercially, we will definitely play our role as equity providers into these projects.
Congratulations, Fusion Capital, for receiving this award. Well done, Daniel and your team.
Congratulations, Fusion.